Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR, coming at you with another edition of VR News. With a fun episode ahead, we have quite a variety of news here.
Some good, some bad, some ugly.
But most importantly, we had the release of Walkabout Mini Golf's newest DLC course, Passport Hollywood, which we were real excited to see what their take on Hollywood would be.
It's the studio lot, brother.
Yeah, I loved it. I think that they nailed it.
And it's their studio lot too, if you look at the overhead.
It even says Walkabout on the Hollywood Hills in the back. Yeah. They nailed it. It's kind of, the theme of it is like behind the scenes of making movies. It's like old school Hollywood of them doing special effects and stuff like that.
Oh, the projector green screen.
Yeah. It was very well done. I mean, do they ever not nail it though?
No real new mechanics that stand out.
All physics.
But as far as a playable, enjoyable course, I loved it. It's look, I'll say, is it their most visually stunning course? No. Is there a middle ground to it that it fits perfect? Absolutely. So I'm careful of what I say because I don't want to sound like I'm saying anything negative when I absolutely love the course, but you can't really compare it to Tokyo, right? The colors in Tokyo were far stronger, or
like the animations in Tiki Coco. There's none of that in there.
Correct. But I like what they've done. I was real curious, and we had talked about like, what direction are they going to go? Is this going to be like downtown Hollywood, or shopping stores? What do we got? So I like what they did.
That behind the scenes of making a movie, basically.
Correct. And there is a lot of, I think I even said it during our playthrough, I'm like, there's a lot of individual items on this course. We had talked about the amount of coconuts and the coconut course there, and the amount of animations involved in it, but the amount of single individual items laid out in this course is pretty freaking incredible.
Well, even there's a prop room in there because it's a Hollywood set. So of course you got to have a prop room. How many props are on those shelves? Like just that one spot. And
they do have some of the animation.
Yeah.
Like with the car.
Yep.
The car.
Or the ships that you can fire.
Yeah, dude, that was fun.
And I think that there's only one hole, being the UFO one, that isn't something that could really happen in real life. Well, I mean, I guess you could. It would be a magnet.
There's
right?
stories of cows getting butchered in fields and stuff.
I'm saying as like a real life mini golf course. The rest of it you could do. I love the gameplay variety in it too. Like the one where you fall off the edge and it makes the Wilhelm scream. Yeah.
And they got the mattress at the bottom because it's clearly the stunt guy.
In the easy mode.
Yeah.
In the normal mode. The hard mode, you're falling flat.
I enjoyed it, dude.
Couple balls we weren't able to find either.
No, and it's funny because I saw Inferno in our Discord post. I played it. I found all but 3 balls, and I'm like, I think those are the same.
I feel like it was
that we didn't find.
Yep. I need to confirm, but that was that's what I instantly felt.
Yep.
And dude, this might be my favorite putter of the last maybe dozen courses.
I agree with the sound clapper.
Yep.
The clapper board. Clap as the. Yep. And then the popcorn is the top of the putter.
Yeah, I think that they nailed this putter.
Dude, they did a lot when you really break it down, like the projector room, how it differs between easy mode and hard mode.
All the posters referencing past courses.
Courses.
There's still one that we can't figure out.
The X13.
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm like, is that teasing an upcoming course, or am I missing the obvious?
It might be. I think you had said it when we played it. It could be
at
that
the station.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe. I just don't feel like it is based on that poster. I don't remember anything in that course.
Look, I'm the one who said it, and I'm not even convinced on it. Yeah. I was just reaching. I'm like, what could it be? Maybe Tether Station, but
it was a good reach though.
But yeah,
I know there's Easter eggs in there somewhere.
We found a couple dead employees as well, too.
Yeah.
Fox Hunt wasn't too hard. We went through it in, what would you say, 30, 40 minutes the most?
The whole Fox Hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel we got stumped on maybe a couple.
No, we were on a roll with it, actually.
We were doing, knock on wood, I don't know. Because when it falls apart, dude, the last one, when we got the putter for, it went south quick at one point. And I remember I was pressed for time, too. And there's other times I've been like, oh, dude, I got 7 minutes. Let's just start it. And we've crushed it. But what I like about this was finding the locations, because it's a lot of squares, right? It's a lot of square studio lot. So inside the lot, you've got the sound room, or you've got the spaceship,
the editing room.
Yeah. So it's easier to remember versus, it sounds crazy, versus maybe one of the open air jungle ones or something where you're like, oh geez, where did I see that totem pole? Or
even Tokyo was kind of hard to remember.
Yeah, man.
Each individual. I agree. The landscapes of this one stuck out very well.
But I like it. I enjoy when they put their own. Makes me want the Boston one even more now. Because now that I'm seeing like, okay, they'll take an area and they will make it their own. So it wasn't Hollywood, right?
Instead of Fenway Park, you have Coconut Way Park.
Coconut Park.
Cocoa Way.
Cocoa Socks.
The Cocoa Socks.
The Cocoa Socks. I mean, but for real, dude, they have a way of, they did great.
Yeah.
I mean, those lots exist. They're in Hollywood. Paramount's out there. They're all together. So I enjoy what they do.
And I like that it's like old school movie making with that,
I'd love to see them do every state and put their own coconut spin on their interpretation of the state. Be so much. It's going to be a lot of corn.
I think it was the last time we were playing it. Or no, it wasn't while we recorded our video, but we were playing it and you're like, I just really like the atmosphere of this one.
Yeah.
Just a fun one to just
hang out. And I know
and
some people are going to compare it to other ones. And that's where it's dangerous to me with walkabout courses. You can't really compare them to anything.
They all do their own thing.
Correct. You have to go into it with this, like, do I enjoy this course?
Good soundtrack too, as always.
Dude, come on. Please.
Yeah, so Passport Hollywood, their first one, now $4.99 and still worth every penny.
Oh
And another hole in one from Mighty Coconut on this one.
I didn't do bad score wise either.
No. So there's something that's happened the last couple courses that's,
stage fright.
First time we play it
is
my best score ever. And then my score gets gradually worse from there.
What's weird is I do better under the pressure of filming it.
It's not even the pressure of filming it. I think if you look like the first time we play it and then we play it again, my score's worse the second time. It's even worse the third time. I don't know what it is.
But if we do a closest putt, you'll probably do really well.
Or our closest putt was competitive.
Dude, I've seen over the year, we've been playing 5 years of Walkabout now. I've seen your putting improvement change a lot ever since.
I just don't understand how I go -5 my first one. Then by the end, if I played it now, I'd be like +10. It doesn't make sense.
No, that's an exaggeration.
Maybe
funny. +5.
Yeah.
No, I've watched it go down. I've made jokes that they somehow have your account and they give you one reel, go have fun, and then every time you play after that, you're going to get coconutted.
If my shot could go wrong while we're recording, it goes wrong to the point of like skim the hole, go around it. It's like, come on, cut a man some slack. But yeah, beyond Walkabout Mini Golf, right before we started recording, you mentioned that you tried El Dino Labo.
El Dino Labo.
El Dino Labo from Realcast, the developers of Just Hoops and Hide the Corpse.
Yep.
You said you were pretty impressed with this.
Dude, I loved it. I hyped it up at the museum. I swear to God, I'm like, this is like perfect for educators. Jump wicked easy on board. I mean, dude, just go in. You don't move around. Table in front of you. Where's the table? There you go. I don't want people to see my dirty house. Don't have to. Goes into like a grid mode.
Okay.
And then choose your pieces. I think the T-Rex was like, and I might be wrong by a couple here, but like 50, 100, 120. They've got.
Oh, yeah. You pick the amount that you want to do or
amount of bones. The amount of bones. So I picked, because I'm like, okay, I'm a child. I want 50. And I picked the T-Rex, of course, because again, I'm going to pretend I'm a small one. I'm probably not going for like the Brachiosaurus or something. But they do have like, I think I'm speculating about 12 different dinosaurs already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a good amount. So I picked the 50. A little bag shows up on your table. Zip, unzip the bag. The bonies drop out and it says you're working on the left leg. And then this is where I really appreciate it. You can take the little bony and you put it towards like the finger joint, whatever. And it's highlighted. So they're helping you. Otherwise, come on. And then it locks into place. So when it's done and you've built it, you've got your completed little T-Rexy. And then you can hit the scale button. And I was like, how are they going to make a T-Rex scale in my house when my ceiling is XYZ high? They did it. Whoosh. Fills your whole house. You can rotate it around. The only thing I didn't see it do was the ability to like make it walk around.
Make it come to life.
Yeah. I thought for some weird reason you could. So I'm going to go back in because I honestly had a good time. But then I'm looking at it from a educator standpoint.
That was going to be my next question. Was it educational?
100%.
Okay.
I've never in my life built a T-Rex.
That's cool.
Right? I've played with Godzillas and I've had little dinos when I was a kid, but I've never had a T-Rex model.
Bone for bone.
Bone, that's interpretive, I think, in prehistoric. I think if they find a bone, they can design it based on that and be like, well, this is what it looked like. 'Cause that's what that bone looked like. So we don't really, but yes, they did a fantastic job. And for older kids or harder skill level, dude, I'm telling you right now, the 50, it's not like I finished it in 5 minutes. And 50 pieces is not a lot. So I already know, 120. It's a lot of bones.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. Fantastic experience though.
Definitely worth going back into.
1,000,000%.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to grab
check it out.
I want to grab some video footage of it. Cause it's again, if I had a classroom and was doing prehistoric or Jurassic or we were talking dinosaurs, I mean, put yourself into like the 10-year-old brain. You're at a museum. You just saw the big 40-foot freaking T-Rex, whatever. You're looking at a Stegosaurus bones. And now you can go in a corner and put this headset off in a chair. And, it's a quiet experience.
No, it sounds perfect for, things like museums and such.
Every classroom should have shit like this, dude.
Huge props to the developer Realcast.
They did really good.
None of their
talk
games
about a big direction from Hide the Corpse.
I know, and which was very different from Just Hoops as well too. They nobody knows what they're gonna do next based off of that.
Remember when we first played that?
That was like one of the first hand tracking only games.
Oh my god, dude, you were pretty decent at it.
Better at it than real basketball.
Those characters, man.
Better at it than real basketball.
Oh,
so
freaking awesome.
Good stuff there. And to kick off the list of news on my end, a game that we both love, our current leader for Puzzle Game of the Year, Fixer Undercover. It launched the other week, and they've already come out with patch 1.1, bringing some minor bug fixes, and they say visual enhancements as well, some general performance improvements, but most importantly, patch 1.1 brings Fixer Undercover to the Meta Quest 2. For all those Quest 2 players that are still hanging tight to the last gen.
Yeah, it was a weird move, but
you can now play Fixer Undercover.
It's worth it.
Oh, 100%. They actually posted on their social media as well that they're going to be working to bring it to flat screen as well, to Steam.
Dude, I'd love to play it flat screen. Even though, I mean, the only downside to a puzzle game is after you've completed it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can go back in for speed runs and such, but you will reach a point where it's,
Although I wonder if I were to go back into, like, let's say I Expect You to Die, how many of the puzzles have I forgotten?
I replayed the first one a couple of years ago, and it wasn't as smooth an experience as I thought it was going to be. As far as my ability to
not performance like you.
Yeah.
Like
the game runs flawless.
You weren't able to solve the puzzles as easy as you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think if I went back into I Expect You to Die, I do not think I would easily get the puzzles.
We should replay it.
Yeah, that one's a gem, especially since no news on 4 yet, so we're starving. But luckily, there's games like Fixer Undercover.
I don't think it's being made.
Is that your new? That's your new
They
MO?
GTA'd it. That shit's shelved.
That's funny.
Shell said no mas. Nah, I'm messing around. 100% they're making that, dude. They got to.
If not, I'm rioting. I'm throwing a fit.
I mean, it's got to be a little bit of bread and butter for them, right?
I think that for Shell Games,
great franchise. Dude.
I think that that's their number one, especially because they're in the news a little later in the episode about handing off one of their games too. So I make room for I Expect You to Die. But yeah, Fixture Undercover, some minor bug fixes, which I didn't really have too much or anything, but for people that did, my only bug fix was the when my drill, it got a paper stuck to it and I couldn't use it anymore.
Yeah, it sucks.
That was my only one. But it sounds like that this should improve any performance issues. And like I said, now out on Quest 2 with a Steam VR version coming later this year. And work is taking place on a flat screen version as well too. So huge props to the developers there.
I hope when they say flat screen, that means Xbox.
I think it means Steam right now.
Right.
But that would be good.
Well, Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Go for it. So we have an update from one of our other favorite games we've been playing a lot recently.
Our addiction.
That is the drug known as Forefront. So they gave us an update, but this one came without a price increase. So I'll say right off the bat, it's not going to cost you more money tomorrow.
Don't get used to it.
If you want to play it. But this one's specific to our least favorite map, but at least it's not in the mode that's our least favorite. This is Tunnels. Tunnels Rush is getting, I'll just say right now, I'm not the biggest fan of Tunnels, and we have said this is more of a Rush. This should be just a Rush.
It's good
map.
that they brought it to Rush. Maybe they can keep it there and take it off of Conquest.
You know where I was going. So they also added some new stuff. Obviously the new map, Tunnels Rush, new gadget. This is cool. I believe it was a long time coming. This is going to be for the assault. If that is your category, you have the grenade launcher. And I will tell you right now, that's a brutal freaking weapon, dude, because those grenades will fuck you and your team up.
Well, think for a map like Tunnels. Everyone's all huddled together. You go in there with a grenade launcher.
I mean, I don't go in Tunnels without the RPG. So, I mean, now you got the grenade launch and you got 16 people.
Yeah, no, dude.
That's insane. That's if they all win assault. And then if you choose recon, this is a good one. If you like to camp and want to know what's sneaking up behind you, you got a motion sensor now.
That's huge. Especially for somebody that's sniping, you know.
Do you know what the most underutilized gadget in
the deploy one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Any team that uses it, there was one team that used it so good on one of the maps we were playing. They put it right around a rock, and I heard one of our teammates be like, "How are they spawning so quickly?" And I ran down, and there's just a sniper guy standing there, and there's this fucking spawn thing. I killed him, but I'm like, son of a bitch, they were just gonna keep farming it.
Especially for a map like Tunnels, where like if you can get one near the base you're trying to take.
We did it once, I think.
Yep. You were like, let me test this out. Probably because you saw someone else do it so good.
I'm a freaking, I don't know how I get to some of the, I don't know how I bypass all the bases
but
and get right to the freaking.
If you could drop the spawn.
Yeah, everybody can just dig, dude.
I think for Tunnels, it's essential to have someone doing that.
They also did
there's a whole bunch of additions here, huh?
Weapon. They're all, there's a lot of fixes. A lot
of balancing,
a lot of map fixes. They made it so that the anti-turret wasn't able to aim downward enough. So that's a good one they fixed. Hit reg issues, of course. Some of it's just particle visual shit. No real.
Wonder if they fixed that gun going off.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
I don't see that on the list.
No,
but I've only ever seen that. I only saw that happen one night.
That was just that one night. So I'm wondering if that was more of
a server issue,
a weird server thing. But it couldn't be.
It could.
Dude, that was creepy. Inside a tank in my machine. Tick. But
dude, I was dying laughing. And then it started to happen to me. Then I saw it happen to other people. They're in the water. I was
worried people were going to think I was up to some shit.
Start reporting you for hacking and stuff.
Yeah. I guess apparently the zip. I love when I see like fixes And I'm like, thank God I never had this. C4 sticks thrown on tank turrets, hanging in the air after the tank turret moved.
Mm-hmm. So basically, just a lot of bug fixes.
Yeah, a lot of little shit, which is a good sign.
A couple new weapons.
Knock on wood, I haven't had.
Let's keep tunnels just and rush. That's not really a conquest map, you know.
I mean, thank God for map voting.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great change.
Mm-hmm.
But dude,
I do have one request for it though. I think that whatever the map you were just on
shouldn't be votable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gray it out.
Because that way, if you get screwed with tunnels,
you don't get tunnels twice.
There
was one time we almost did. I was gonna wig out.
Freaking out. I've been coming a little
vocal.
Yeah, I don't want to say toxic, but I'm not taking shit like I used to months ago when I played this. I just let shit roll off me. No, now I'm dropping hard C bombs if I have to. Some people some people come out thinking it's okay to speak the way they do. It's like, nah, dude.
Shooters bring the worst out in people.
Dude, my least favorite shit. So you and I run into, let's say, D on any map. I don't care. Name a map. It doesn't fucking matter. You and I take the base. We're looking at it. It's coming. It's changing. Okay, it's neutralized. It's coming back to us. Okay, they're dropping in a couple of dudes. The dude drops in. We get in a fight. We die. And they go, fucking campers.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hate campers. That's all you fucking do. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We're actually doing the objective. So I'm just tired of taking an earful for us actually playing the game versus what happens a lot of people not playing the game.
Well, some people just want to do team deathmatch, it feels, but what can you do?
Oy vey.
Yeah, but Forefront constantly getting better.
Yeah, making moves every week.
Huge props to Triangle Factor. And speaking of games we love, Golf Plus, who they never stop with their deal. Just like Walkabout, they're always pumping out DLCs. When we talked to Ryan Angle,
listen to any interview with Ryan we've done. There's 3.
Yeah, he was talking about having an aggressive roadmap for this year that we're in now, and they're living up to it.
Yeah.
They've announced a new DLC course available now called Valley Links. It's part of Royal Port Rush. I'm not much of a real life golfer. Maybe the big golf aficionados will know Royal Port Rush, but I do not. But I do know it is another inspired by real location DLC, Valley Links. They describe it as the sister course to Dunlus, another one of their courses that also takes place at Royal Port Rush. And they also said that they are rolling out a new multiplayer UI redesign for both public and private multiplayer. So that's cool.
Tell you what, for a $30 game, you can't even get through the gate of a.
That's what we always say with these DLCs too.
It's not playing.
To go to this golf course.
My par 3 cost me $30, I think.
See how much it would cost you to golf at Valley Links in real life.
No, let's be honest. If you're not a good golfer, it's going to be pretty humbling when you got like professionals standing there looking at you,
waiting for you.
Are you going to go? No, some of them will fight, dude.
Mm-hmm. I have it burned in my brain, the hockey enforcer throwing the dude in the pond.
Well, what kind of idiot?
You remember that video?
What kind of fake muscles does your brain give you to look at a dude who's like 6'6"?
An enforcer.
Yeah. NHL enforcer.
Do you remember
who is paid to basically fucking hurt you?
He goes, dude, I'm going to throw you in the pond.
Yeah.
And the guy charged him and he threw him in the pond.
Like a child. Ragdolled him. Dude, that was
one of my favorite videos.
Oh, yeah. You know what video I got to mention real quick or I'll forget? But have you seen it? 2 girls go in to jump a girl at her work.
Oh, and she lays them out.
Girl grabs her by the hair.
Yeah.
Flip. Apparently she knew jujitsu.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the video.
And then
made its rounds a couple weeks ago.
Recent one last week. The girl is wearing a sweatshirt, an MMA sweatshirt from a gym. And some girl's squaring up to her. And she instantly just puts her out. I think she broke her arm. But it's like, what common sense? So yeah, a little common sense. Don't go up to an NHL enforcer thinking you're going to throw your fucking weight. Or the MMA fighter, it was a little over the top, but just bumped him. Pow.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Joe Schilling.
Yeah. But he squared up. Mm-hmm. So you get what you get. I'm not squaring up to any NHL enforcer and NFL football player or
but I think
basketball player.
I think that whole argument was because one of them was taking too slow too long on the course.
Yeah.
They were waiting for them to go. People think they're golf serious, man.
Tracy's dad and we all went out, and some old men were throwing a legit fit. I actually thought, I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to
throw someone in a pond.
No, it would have been more like swinging golf club to me. I'm not an NHL in Fords. I'm not gonna look at you and go, I'm gonna put you here, and then make it happen. That's a great video, though. I encourage people to watch it.
People take their golf seriously. So that's not anything you have to worry about when you're doing it in the comfort of your home with Golf Plus.
Oh, how awesome would it be, though, if you could have that mode, angry golfer mode, like people coming up on you and like saying shit as you're swinging. Oh, dude, that's funny.
Yeah, such a good game, and only gets better with their. And now they're working on the sim golfing that they keep teasing on social media as well.
Which is interesting.
There's a sim golf right at the bar down the street for me. I see people going there all day long with their clubs.
Listen, bars got to do something because people don't want the booth. Mocktails in golf. What could go wrong?
Yeah. So huge props to Golf Plus continuing to pump out new updates, new courses, and I don't think that we've seen the end of them this year or so. Let's see what else they got up their sleeves.
Well, I got something on my sleeve. It's not the best news, but it's not the worst news, but I'll say it's actually kind of good news. But Virtual Hunter, which is developed by Corpy Games and published by VR Kiwi, love it. We had talked about it a couple weeks ago. We're excited for it. We actually got clarification on some of the things that we didn't know about it. They are going for realism. And in their attempt to give us the absolute best piece for day one, which is good that they're saying this, they're delaying it. Nothing brutal, but this is for PSVR 2 and Meta Quest for May 27th, 2026. So 2 months.
Way better than I would always rather a game delay than have a bad launch.
Dude, launch can make or break it. So the fact that they recognize that this is not, dude, if a developer's saying it's not polished enough for them,
yeah,
I trust that.
They dodged a bullet.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always better to delay than
before it's gotten into the hands of everyone and they can go, this thing sucks.
You only get one shot to really
make a first impression, period. So I'm not upset about it. So just a 2-month delay. I don't think they're going to, on May, they're going to be like, well, actually July, October, I meant. So. Did I say 2026 or 27?
I'm excited for this one, though. It's got multiplayer, if I remember correctly, as well.
May 27th, 2026. I will be a day oneer, and we'll follow it. I mean,
ideally, we'll try it on all platforms as well, too.
Of course, I want to see how visually good it is. Dude, I'm stoked.
There's not a really good hunting game on the Quest, so I think that this is going to fill a good niche as well. And I remember you can pimp out your cabin area as well, too, with your trophies that you hunt. So good stuff. Well, we've hit that point in the show, the halfway mark. As always, huge thank you to our Patreon supporters on our on-air shout-out tier. As always, huge thank you to Amelia, Carson, Espar Mike, Crispy, Tom, Chris, and Danae. Thank you all for your continued support. Week after week, month after month, like I always say, help us keep the lights on. And don't forget, you can join that Patreon. Join that esteemed list of supporters by visiting the link in our show notes, our episode description. Click the Patreon link there and then join there, where you will also find in that episode description a link for our world famous, our highly renowned Discord server, one of the best VR communities. I'm a little biased, I gotta say, but it's definitely the place to be. Great VR discussion, non-toxic. Our mod team does a great job keeping it, keeping law and order there. Yeah, great spot to come and hang out. So if you're not in there yet, you want to come and talk some VR or just general life, join the Ruff Talk VR Discord. And I'd be hard pressed to not mention, you can save 10% off any game or app on the MetaQuest store by using code word Ruff Talk VR, all one word. So if you're going to buy a game, might as well save 10% and help support us at the same time too. And for developers, studios, publishers, we're still taking some participation for our upcoming showcase on May 22nd. So if you're a developer, studio, publisher, and you have something you want to show off this May, free to participate. Just fill out the form in our show notes, and we will be in touch shortly. And now returning to the news side of things, now that we gave our all appropriate shout outs and mentions, Valve during GDC, we know that they're working on the highly anticipated Steam Frame, which we know a few developers that have their hands on it and have all said very positive things.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spoon in our Discord even said that he has Grim running on it, standalone without issue, hitting the full 90 FPS. And the reason that that's worth mentioning is that Valve put out their requirements to be Steam Frame verified. Just like on the Steam Deck, if you go on the Steam page of a game, if it's Steam Deck verified, it'll have a little badge there saying so. They're going to be doing that same thing, it seems, for the Steam Frame. And the requirements are for standalone play. You have to have, for VR titles, running at 90 FPS. 2D titles only have a 30 FPS requirement. There needs to be legible UI, and it has to be fully playable.
Thank God.
Right? I love that requirement. And yes, we need to be able to read the words, and then they need to be fully playable with Steam Frame controllers. This got a lot of people worried because a lot of games on the MetaQuest struggle to hit 90 FPS, especially without reprojection technology, which I don't think will exist on the Steam Frame. But then you hear developers like Spoon say, dude, I can't hit 90 on the MetaQuest, and I'm doing it without issue on Steam Frame. So let's see. When I first saw the news, I was like, damn, maintaining 90 FPS as a requirement might be hard for a lot of titles. But then, like I said, you hear things from Spoon, and it's like, all right. If Grim's hitting 90 FPS, Grim.
Spoon.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point as well. But we'll see. So we now actually have requirements of, what it takes to be Steam Frame verified for the game. We'll see how many we have at headset launch that are that verified tag. But Valve was also saying during GDC, if anybody knows some RAM hookups, you let us know, which isn't a great sign.
No, you just got to rob a data center.
Yeah, right?
Take a construction job on a data center site.
Yeah,
get all the RAM you want.
We'll see how long this actually takes to come out. I think it all depends on their RAM situation. My attitude is if you go on Steam's website and you try to buy a Steam Deck right now, they're all out of stock. I don't imagine that we'll be seeing a Steam Frame or Steam Machine while the Steam Deck is out of stock. I think when we see the Steam Deck come back in stock, it's probably a good sign that things are moving and advancing. But yeah, we now have the official requirements to be Steam Frame verified.
I like that they're being that selective, though.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get the best of the best on it then, right?
Well, there's been some studies to show that frame rate...
for sickness?
Yeah. There was one study that showed that motion sickness pretty much went away for most users at 120 FPS. And 90 had big improvements as well, too. MetaQuest requirement is 72.
Yep.
60 if you're...
Even though we know there's drops.
Yeah. Yeah. We've heard
performance drops. It happens.
And MetaQuest uses reprojection technology to artificially inflate the frame rates using application space warp and such. So let's see if their logic is probably that we just don't want new users to get nauseous and stuff. So I do like that hard requirement. It's just going to be interesting to see how many studios are able to pull it off.
Well, when you spend $2,500 on a headset, you don't want to get sick using it,
right? Let's see how much it costs. I'm still hoping under $1,000. The RAM situation gets me nervous, though.
That's why I went $2,500. Mm-hmm. Like, that shit is going up every week. They're not going to lock into a price. They'll have a variable price.
Depending on the market.
Yeah.
It's like
it'll be a market. Like buying lobster.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
The market says $5.95 a pound.
Yeah, today it's $2,000. Tomorrow
it's $12.95 a pound.
Yes, all depends. Too funny.
Well, I guess not funny. I love when you give me the perfect lead-ins. Mm-hmm. TerraVision Games, they came out with Orcs Must Die not too long ago. Did not come out to the best reception. And
no smooth turn.
Biggest complaint, the number one complaint, was that smooth turn. There was a handful of other minor things, I will say, but nothing was more major than what the frick. It really pissed some people off, and they were very, very, very vocal about it. But the studio listened. Smooth turn is now a clickable option at any time in the game. They've also fixed a handful of some other performance issues that existed, whether you experienced them or not. They're going to continue to move forward with more updates. But I guess they would encourage you that if you didn't like it because of the lack of smooth turn, maybe go in and give it another shot because it's fixed. Now, I played it. I agree that lack of smooth turn is a deal breaker for me. But the actual gameplay, I kind of had fun with. So you and I go in there together and play it. I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to check it out. Yeah. Now I can spin around in circles smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things you got to launch with smooth turn. It's like the bare minimum checkbox on this day and age.
It's weird because they don't have like snap forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's just turning. So it was even weirder.
I know everyone's different, and a lot of people like snap turn for motion sickness reasons, but I find snap turn gets me more like disorientated feeling than smooth turn. It's just, it looks weird.
The only game in my whole quiver of games, we're to hundreds, that I use teleport movement for
Walkabout Mini Golf.
Is Walkabout Mini Golf.
It feels wrong to not.
Anytime I've done smooth turn, I don't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
only in that
thing.
game.
Only in Walkabout. I'm like, go figure. It is the way they have it defaulted is pretty much the way you play it.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. It's the only game that I don't touch it with.
Who knew?
Yeah. Good stuff there from Orcs Must Die. I'm excited to check it out. Maybe we'll do a little YouTube video.
Patch number 1.
Maybe we'll do a little YouTube video on it now that the update
It's not the worst
out.
game, man. I had fun. I wished I could gone into it with the smooth turn experience because I get where people are coming from. I just think people are a little ultra harsh on it. Maybe a little aggressively harsh, but whatever. I didn't have the same rotten experience other people claim to have had.
Mm-hmm. This next one's a little bit of a performance boost, potentially. Meta is upgrading their system that they use to iron out latency in VR apps. Before it was called FaceSync, and now they've rolled out a new one called FrameSync. And right now it's testable for developers. It's going to eventually become like always on and the new default, but they're looking for some feedback from developers just to make sure that there's no performance hiccups or anything like that. They said that there's a couple rare situations where it could lead to a performance dip, and basically in layman's terms, without going fully in depth of the whole technology of it, it will make things have less frame drops and should make an overall smoother performance for apps. And very interested to see how much of a difference this can make. There's some people that have already tested it out for apps like Assassin's Creed Nexus and stuff and said that the performance is way better. So we'll see. Anything that's less, like we were just talking about with FPS, frames, that stuff is huge for motion sickness. And anytime there's that jittering or, you feel yourself turn fast and it hiccups for a second, that's no good. And FrameSync will work to mitigate that, make it much smaller. So very excited to hear feedback from developers on how this is, and also see the performance improvement when it is defaultly on. So Meta's still working hard on OS level improvements.
Oh, that's a positive. There's a lot happening in Meta this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best news I've heard from Meta this week.
Yeah, it's not on our list, but some news came out that they have some more. What they say, 20%?
20,000.
20,000. Yeah, 20,000.
They're going to let go.
That is a huge nut. Because AI is expensive, right?
Yeah. In a nutshell.
Terrible.
So we heard leading up to, I guess we'll probably talk about it more next week.
AI is expensive, really hits, so we got to get rid of these people.
We've all heard like AI is going to take a lot of jobs, but I thought it was going to be for the better, not for, I was delusional.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would, drinking that Elon Musk coffee,
20,000
Dude,
people.
that's a huge hit. I'm curious what departments, I'm always curious.
Check this logic. You make everyone use AI for their work. Like, no, we expect our engineers and everyone to be using
because
AI.
Of it, we got to let.
But now it's too expensive.
Got to let a lot of you go.
It's so crazy.
Who's posting all the cat videos?
The sick part is, the way it goes when layoffs are announced, their stock's probably going to go up.
Yeah.
Like right away.
Yeah, because investors will know, well, they're making the moves to be able to afford to continue to build these massive data structures or whatever the hell's doing. I want to know how this happened right at the end of the week, right? Boom.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's crazy about the data centers, it's like all the RAMs have been purchased for the data centers. So a lot of the RAM being purchased is RAM that's going to be made. Like they're buying it in advance. Like, we're buying like the next 6 months worth of RAM. So it's RAM that's not made yet. For data centers that aren't made yet, it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Be something if these data centers never even open either.
Oh, I know some are open because neighborhoods are not liking it.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple towns from us that's trying to open.
Yeah, there's some. I mean, I don't know if they're all this way, but there's been some neighborhood complaints from some of like smells, like just weird smells.
AI smells bad.
I don't know. Maybe all the ionized air. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck anything is going on in there. I just know that the possibility of losing. That's a lot of people, dude.
20,000? Hell yeah, it is.
If that's an accurate number.
That it hasn't officially happened yet. The report came out, but
it's just there's a lot of news that picked up on it. Mainstream news. Well, they love
Reuters and stuff.
They love Mark, so
Yeah, they have about 75,000 people in their workforce. So let's see. It's a big chunk.
Yep. We'll know more next week for sure.
Yeah.
So coming this end of the month, March 24th, Shell Games, who worked on Among Us for Among Us VR, will be handing the reins back to the studio Innersloth that created the game. This was a planned thing from day one.
That's important to specify. Like, it's not like something changed.
They did a great job on their socials because that's how they announced it. They just put out a social media post. Hey, just so you guys know, we're giving back.
No emergency meeting needed.
This was a planned thing. This is a good thing. This is how it was supposed to go. But they're also going to be giving us a definitive edition update on March 24th, bringing back favorites from the past, like Vigilante and Wraith, as permanent additions.
Because they were doing them as like timed game mode.
And there was one of them I know we really enjoyed, and I was like, man, this sucks. They're going to take this away. So they're coming back, and they're going to continue to do monthly cosmetic drops throughout 2026. So
they ended up bringing this one to flat screen as well, too.
It should be noted that all customer support and communications will transfer to Innersloth's help desk and community channels. Should you have problems, do not beat on Shell Games' door. But I thought, what a great partnership they had. It did what it needed to do. It got it to where it needed to be. Handed back to the people who's, it's great. Shell Games is good, dude.
It is 40% off now, too.
There's a lot of games. Grim's on sale right now. I just don't know if it'll still be on sale Monday.
There's Among Us. Okay, they're technically separate apps. Among Us 3D on Steam, and then Among Us 3D VR on Steam. Technically separate apps. Okay, that's important to note.
Well, this is the Among Us 3D team confirmed.
Yes. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Among Us 3D, formerly Among Us VR.
Yeah. Huge props to Shell Games for nailing this title. It's always in the top selling list for MetaQuest.
It was a great partnership.
The game's even better like this, in my opinion, than the original flat, on the phone
That seems to
version.
be the consensus from people who have played the phone one and that was their jam.
Mm-hmm.
To this one. Some hysterical moments in that game, though, dude.
Oh, yeah. I remember when it first came out, we were playing it a lot. People just kept voting for you.
Remember you and Shoes fucking chasing me, man?
Oh my God. One of my all-time favorite moments in VR.
Bunch of jerks.
You were like, right before you got killed too, you're like, I knew it.
Yeah,
It
knew it.
The game is fun, man. I'll give them credit. It's more fun when you play with people you know than randoms and such because, little kids yelling and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. This next one, the other week we talked about Luke Ross, the modder, the VR modder who had a cease and desist sent from him from the Cyberpunk devs because he was charging for his mods through Patreon. And then he ended up pulling all of his mods off of Patreon because basically he was like, if I get another cease and desist, they'll delete my Patreon account. So preemptively he pulled everything. Well, he has now come out and said that he is making his mods free. you can now get the Luke Ross's mod for free. The only one that he's not including is Cyberpunk. Nobody gets that now. I think he's pretty bitter about that whole thing. But what he's going to do is, and I like, this is the correct way to do it. I'll give him huge props.
You want to make a donation?
If you join his Patreon, you get early access to the ones he's working on. That makes sense, you know. And then when it's out, then it's free. That's typically how modders work.
Never has to make a free one.
Yeah, I'll give him props in this. I saw some people still like hating on him and being very critical and insulting, but like, what else do you want him to do now? He owned up. He said, okay, maybe I was in the wrong, you know. Well, now I'll do it for free. I hate when people like maybe they make a mistake or something like that, and then they right their ways, and people still dunk on them. It's like, well, what do you want them to do? Now you're gonna. If I was him, I would, you know, and I heard all that stuff, I'd double down and be like, you know what, fuck it, pay it again.
No, I'm sure his attorney advised him properly.
Yeah, no,
this would be the best course of action for you to take.
Yeah, it's the correct way to do it. Hopefully, people still support him.
I mean, it's cool that you can grab the mods for free now.
Yeah,
that's kind of huge.
It's wicked.
Because I will say, a lot of the people, at least I know, who do have his mods that I won't say they paid for or donated, whatever, won't give them up unless they know for a fact you're part of his Patreon. So
yeah, now anybody can grab them without paying, except for the ones that are in development and early access. In which case, you know, you join the Patreon for that. But again, I'll give the guy huge props for changing his tune, like doing probably how mods should be as well. I'm not really big on paid mods and stuff, but I was a bit critical of his initial handling of it when he was like, you know, these corporate blah 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 talking bad about
angry, dude.
Yeah,
we don't always say the nicest stuff at the moment,
and dude, I'm guilty of it as well too.
In real time social media too.
So I'll give him a lot of props for changing his tune.
I won't lie, Cyberpunk's a fucking great game, dude. I love it on Xbox.
And a lot of people love the mod, so huge props to Luke Ross for changing his ways, I guess you could say, and going and making the mods for free. I'll give him props there. It's not always easy to say I'm wrong and change what you're doing, you know?
Too bad Rockstar just doesn't pick him up and be like, you can obviously handle it.
Rockstar was the first one to ever send him a cease and desist.
Well, dude, you don't fuck with Rockstar.
They killed his GTA ones back in the day.
Which I was on the understanding were the best ones that were being done, because it wasn't the first one, but it was the one that was the most.
He did GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption, and Rockstar.
Could you imagine Red Dead Redemption?
People loved it.
Red Dead Redemption 2 in VR would be absolutely insane.
Maybe now that they're free, one day he'll put them back up, but he's probably scared of dude, Rockstar.
Dude, Rockstar don't fuck around, man. I'm sure they got their own like little hit squad. You know, I don't fuck with them. No, nothing but love, Rockstar. You know I love you.
Good stuff there, Luke Ross, though. Good stuff.
All right, not good stuff. Let's get to
it's always these segues like that.
Yeah, man, you just hand them right to me. This young man has a past in the gaming industry, and before I mention the name, I will say that in 1984, I was 14 years old. This motherfucker founded Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
Co-founded. Studio that gave us games like Rings of Power, Way of the Warrior, and then ready, Crash Bandicoot. And this back-to-back, Jak and Daxter.
So some of the best games of the PlayStation 2 era.
He did leave that studio, and then they also pumped out Uncharted and The Last of Us. Boom. That was in 2004 he left. Well, just giving a little bio because it's kind of sad. He did become the president and publisher of THQ, but they were already ruined at that point. So a year later, they went bankrupt. And in 2014, Jason Rubin joined Facebook, Oculus, Meta, Quest. He has had
12 years ago.
12 years. He was the second longest standing executive from the 2014 era of Oculus, still in the company. Now only Michael Abrash is left. But he decided, hey, I've done my 12 years. I'm making a difficult decision. I'm going to go take pictures of trees.
That's literally what he said, too.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taking nature photos.
I'm a wildlife photographer now. I've done well. I've got a whole vault full of stock just burning a hole.
Mm-hmm.
One would argue the timing of his departure with the announcement at the end of the week. Not that I don't think this has been kicking around. I'm sure every time there's been chunks, he has like looked in the mirror.
I think what probably broke him was all the game studios closing. That was probably the breaking point.
Yeah, his hands-on function is for us, the consumer, right? I'm sad, man.
Dude, absolute OG in the gaming industry, not just VR.
Whether he chose to do this or whether he got piled into a batch of layoffs or let goes, it's a hit. And that's some might argue, hey, it's not as bad as you're making it out to seem, Bri. But from a business standpoint, that's a dude you'd want not limited.
Mm-hmm. You'd want him running gaming stuff.
And hey,
sadly, the person that replaced him is not going to have that resume. It's going to be some corporate person that climbed the ladder a bit, but it's not going to be a gaming legend like Jason Rubin. So this one's a very, very big loss for
an impact
for Meta.
And if you want to follow his Instagram, you can watch him chase animals with his camera.
Might be worth a.
I wish him luck. And I mean, I think this is a temporary
set for life.
Well, financially, I don't think that's the concern. It's just like mentally, I think he still has a lot to offer. Mm-hmm. And there's no way he's just going to you can't shut off creativity. Like you just can't. He's had more than, it's not like he was one dimensional. This dude's been around. He's done a lot of shit.
Some huge IPs.
Amazing. But you know what? You start pulling plugs on good games like Batman and shit.
You lose people like Jason Rubin. That's the reality.
It's got to hurt, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, what the fuck am I doing this for?
That's very unfortunate.
I hope Mark hasn't lost touch. Which, and you're a billionaire, dude. I'm sure you've lost touch.
Sixth richest person in the world.
It must be so easy to but sad probably for people who are like, man, I remember when, you guys were tight, see each other all the time. I mean, someone like that, in your head, you think can just pick up the phone and fucking call him, right? I don't think that's the reality. I think he can get as close to Mark as you or I can right now. Dude, you saw the security team that motherfucker rolls with. That's that's a lot. It's just sad to see. So this is going to be a very interesting week next week. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be the last big name we see this week.
No, very unfortunate stuff.
I'm crossing fingers on Pruitt, dude.
Huge. Chris Pruitt just did some big talks at GDC.
I know.
Hopefully he's still there.
And then after those talks, they came out with the announcement. He didn't go into those talks saying, hey, just so you folks know, gonna be a little trimmer next week. I mean, kind of devious.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Big loss for Meta. No doubt.
I'm sad about that one, dude. But anywho.
Yeah. On some less sad news, I guess, not as good of a segue as you had, but MotoX, one of the most popular and most reviewed racing games on the MetaQuest store, they've gone free to play on MetaQuest. Their Steam version is still listed at $7.99, but their Quest version is now free to play. There's multiplayer in it, freestyle session, and they do have a lot of in-app purchases. So if you've never played MotoX, it's a great game. Now's the time to check it out. It's free to play. Costs you nothing to download.
That is fantastic news.
Yeah, huge props to them. And they were smart. They already had the built-in following and infrastructure before going free to play.
What's their rating right now? 4.8.
4.8 with 23,000 reviews. So good stuff there.
Fair enough.
A little quickie there, but yeah. MotoX is now free to play.
Yeah, I got a quickie. I'll match your quickie with a quickie.
You were saying you want to stock these at your work, but
yeah,
I'm going
to give this to our buyer for sure. Another Axiom. The fine folks that have given people the wonderful game Gorilla Tag. Undeniably one of the leading, best, overall, most successful multiplayer games in VR ever. Over 1 million daily users, 3.7 million monthly users. On its way to break over 15 million unique players. Holy shit. So somebody got smart, Bonker's Toys, and has a licensing agreement with another Axiom to bring Gorilla Tag toys to U.S. retailers sometime soon in 2027.
Okay.
So that means if the deal's just signed, now it's just all designs. So every single
monkeys.
This is like brain rot to the. This is awesome. I don't play their game, but I respect.
Oh, you got to respect the hustle.
I respect the hell out of what they're doing. And I'm not going to lie, dude. These toys are going to sell. I don't play the game, but there's a couple that I know if I'd want that.
A little plush monkey?
No leggies.
Come on.
Dude, it's going to be fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm going to talk to the buyer. See if they'll stock these in the store. Because he got more than advance notice.
Yeah, you got a bunch of kids that go to the museum. It would make sense they go to a gift shop. There's a monkey in there.
Dude, there's new fad Nido. Have you heard of this shit?
No.
It's like stress ball, like heart. It's filled with like a gel. Just dumb shit. Cubes, penguins. $14.99. Sold out. They come to the museum to get it because you can't buy it anywhere right now. Sold out. We like doubled down on it. So popular that like if high school kids coming in buying it, I'm like, just you're a little old for it. I brought it to school, it got stolen. Like, fucking tell me, teenagers are stealing like little stress squeezies. So strange, dude.
What a time.
Yeah. So Gorilla Tag.
What in the skibbity?
Bonker toy. What in the skibbity dibbity doo 6-7? Are we talking about Gorilla Tag? No, Gorilla Tag toys coming to a store near you. Dude, if they hit a Walmart deal, that's not even funny. Those potential Walmart going to order toys. It's going to be like, yeah, we need 53-foot trailers stuffed. They're about to make a lot more money in that retail deal than they probably do out their game.
Yep.
Which is free.
Something, it's easy to take for granted, but Gorilla Tag is huge with the youth. I think that kids are going to go crazy for this stuff.
Yeah. This should have maybe happened earlier, but this is great. Which shows you the longevity because this is coming out in 27.
Yeah, huge props to another Axiom. Like you said, not my cup of tea, but I'll definitely respect the hustle. So this next one, a game you've played this one plenty before, especially before Grim came out.
Yeah, before I was given early access to Grim.
Yeah, but Strayed has now gotten a major update, a complete overhaul of their terrain system. Updated graphics, rebuilt shaders, vegetation, all that stuff. So completely overhauled their appearance and came with a price drop down from $19.99 to it is now $14.99. And the game, and it also launched 2 new biomes, a snow one and a desert. Cool stuff. And the snow biome also comes with a new temperature system in there as well. Without the right clothes or heat, you will take damage from the cold. So the game's still improving, adding new features, and just got a pretty hefty price drop. 4.2 on the MetaQuest store with 1.8K ratings. So huge props to them there.
Nice. Okay. No, Strayed was not the worst. It kind of fit my... Admittingly, I haven't been in a long time. I've been very Grim biased. But I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
It's good for there to be multiple people doing the same thing,
Hell yeah. Then sometimes you wonder if, like, again, I haven't been in a while, but let's say it runs like really, really smooth. What if you put those 2 developers together? What magic could really fucking happen when you start putting a team? It's called Walkabout because it's essentially what they did, right? But it makes me wonder, like, there's a couple of heavy hitter developers, dude, that are like Matrix level shit. What if they all did a game together?
Right.
It would never release. It wouldn't. If you had 5 spoons, you'd never.
Look at this user's profile picture. I won't even share it, but so if you've been eyeing Strayed, get it now. A little cheaper. $14.99 on the MetaQuest store.
Cheaper is good. This next story I'm pretty psyched about. I like when I see a good flat screen game coming over. And I'm talking about Little Nightmares VR. It's not Little Nightmares VR and flat screen. Little Nightmares. But this is Little Nightmares VR
it's got
Altered
a big following on
Egos.
flat screen.
It does. It's been around for a while, dude. A lot of different, handful of variations of it. Oddly, you can wishlist it. It says coming soon, April 23rd. The Upload VR article that we are plagiarizing from says April 24th.
Oh, wow.
So one of these is right. One of these is not. PlayStation Store, Steam, Meta Horizon Store. It's coming either be the 23rd or the 24th. Believe one of the two. So if you're familiar with the Little Nightmares franchise, then this is a no-brainer for you. It's not ultra scary shit here. It's really not. They're bringing it is developed by Iconic, putting you in control of Dark Six, which is a mysterious character who has shown up in previous games before, and you will be playing that. I haven't played all the flat screen ones. Upload did get to play it at GDC last week, and they've got a write-up on it with some early impressions that I didn't read because I didn't want to spoil too much. Well, actually, their headline, it's disturbing in all the right ways. So I'm not even going to read more than that. That's pretty awesome. Graphically, it looks pretty damn good.
I like that it's coming to all platforms as well, too.
Yeah.
Definitely excited for this
all
one.
at once, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's no joke. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, huge props. I love seeing these big IPs come over to VR.
It's a good one.
This is definitely a good one. And steal your thunder. Speaking of a good one. Meta's Rayban Display, the $800 HUD glasses.
Yeah, would you not own those yet?
No, I was very tempted for them back in the day, and my interest kind of fizzled out a bit. But they have rolled out a major OS update, or they're rolling one out this month. It's bringing a new app with it, and 2 mini games and a widget system. So it looks like games are coming to display. One of them is called Hyper Trail. You use your directional finger swipe gestures to slide a ball up, down, left, right. And then the other one's called Goat, which is basically doodle jump. You're going to tap your index finger to your thumb, and it will make your goat jump. So 2 games, though. I mean, that's huge, though, because there wasn't any entertainment on it before.
I mean, the reality is like phones are phones, but apps are what make the phone cool, right? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's just a phone.
Wait till you have cubism in them. Like, it's the start of something big, you know?
Wait till they can do good eye tracking. You can do like Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, why are your eyes glitching out? Dude, fuck you, I'm playing Tetris, man.
So huge props to the Meta glasses team for this. And then, yeah, they're bringing some widgets into there as well, too. So I still got to try the displays. I do want them, and stuff like, Go and such, that the step towards the value of them. So huge props. It's the start of something big. Wait till we can see third-party developers releasing games and apps on
That's
these.
kind of what I think will be the bread and butter. It's just unique.
This is the foundation for it, though. So
it's unique to see that in a. I still want it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're tempting.
Final Fury. We have not played this. I have not.
Final Fury, and it's the final piece of news.
Final piece of news was Final Fury, and I feel bad that I haven't played it. Currently has a 4.0. On sale from $9.99 to $5.99 right now.
That's a good sale.
It's not a bad deal
for another week as well.
Multiplayer, single player. It's not your average fighting game, though. 11% 1 star, but I won't. Whatever. They just added a brand new character, as well as I'm not familiar enough with the game, but I feel like I want to now. Mm-hmm. And a new thing to help a downed player to actually defend himself.
The game does look really good. It's just,
it's not your normal. I believe it's gesture. Oh, dude, that's not even funny. Sorry. So you have a new character. Her name is Lita. She's described as a, quote, a tactical zoner who controls the battlefield with calculated pressure and perfectly timed strikes, unquote. That's a lot. Each fighter in Final Fury, you have 2 primary moves that you can use. Yeah, we got to try this. Combos and throwing attacks. Why have we not played this?
I know. $5.99, I'll grab it today.
Yeah, but it's not easy. This is not going to be easy. Yeah, I feel like we should have played this, and then we could talk more intelligently about the gameplay. I mean, it's cool they have a new character, but it's definitely going to hit more for people who it's gesture based. So, I mean, kind of happy and scared at the same time of that, because usually gesture based, you better be spot on. We just talked about that last week with the game. That's like hard as hell to learn, even harder to master.
Yeah, let's check this out this week.
Yeah,
get some thoughts of it.
It's a good fighting game, and technically, if you time things properly, you can ride that advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel
like
bad
the old
when
Street Fighters.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and what other ones? So many Street
Soul
Fighting
Calibur.
games. Yes, they're all, dude. Where you know you're fucked when you're receiving that.
Mm-hmm.
Beesh.
Remember they were doing the tournaments of them at PAX?
Yeah, man.
Last year.
That was
things got serious.
That was Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Tekken 5, I think.
Yeah, things got real intense with it.
You know what's crazy? I like those games. I just don't play them.
Yeah.
It's just when it's going good, it's going really good. But when you fuck up the timing,
and when you play someone who's good, you can't even walk.
Nah, dude, you're doing
match starts and boom, 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 dead.
I vaguely remember your sister beating my ass in a game like that when she was little. Just had the timing down. I don't think we ever played again. I threw it away. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So no, I say we try to make an effort to play this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really interested in the updates because I'm not as but I'm kind of interested in actually trying it.
Yeah, let's throw down in Final Fury this week. It could be a fun YouTube video as well.
Maybe.
Yeah. Once we learn it.
Or real embarrassing.
Yeah. All right. Well, as always, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. Look at that. We're breaking an hour again. Come on, man. We're on the up and up of things. So huge thank you to everyone for tuning in today. As always, subscribe, rate us 5 stars. Stay tuned for our YouTube lives on Sundays. We probably have to take a break from it next week because we have some garage work going on. And this week we did it an hour early, but I'll post about that on YouTube and the Discord. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Check out the Discord, the Patreon, code word Ruff Talk VR at checkout. If you want to participate in our showcase, fill out the form in our episode description. And other than that, hope you all have a great rest of your week. Ciao, ciao.